And then as you exhale, feel for lengthening the tailbone down and really rooting the pelvis to the floor. Almost allowing a little bit of a heavy sensation to be what you're feeling. So you really get grounded in the hips. And feel for the breath. If you can have the hands all the way around the low back. And I'm actually going to turn a little so in case you need to see the placement. Feel for the breath expanding into the low back, against the palms. Radiating the warmth that you feel from the touch of the hands. Feel that warmth radiating through the low back, the low waist, the low belly. And keep one hand in the low back area and move one hand up to the mid back area or the side of the rib cage. Depending on where your hands can easily reach, find the easy place. And begin to expand the breath from the low back to the mid back and connect the dots, so to speak. And then take both hands all the way up to the mid back or around the sides of the ribs. Go for what's easy. Go for a practice today that shows your body that you know how to take care of it. No beating your body into submission. Just self-care practice. And expand the sensations that you're feeling in the back. As the breath moves from the low to the mid back. Keeping one hand on the mid back and then taking one hand around the top of the shoulders, placing it on the upper back. So now one hand's on the mid back, one is on the upper back. Feel for connecting all three sections of the back. Warming up the upper back. Allowing it to receive the benefits that you gifted the other sections. And then bring both hands around to place on the upper back with the elbows pointing up, tailbone reaching down. Luxuriating. The deep breaths in and out that you are gifting yourself. And then bring the hands around to either the upper ribs, right underneath the armpits, or maybe all the way around to the upper back with the palms on the upper back. Depending on your shoulder health, find the right position. And deliberately expand the breath a little deeper. Make the next 2 breaths longer on the inhalation, aiming it into the upper back. And slow and yummy on the exhalation. One more like that. Let the arms come down to your sides. Bring the feet into Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Spread the toes, activating the feet, and push the heels together. We'll do 2 breathing practices, 2 pranayama today. One is Kapalabhati breath, breath of flight. And then the other is Uddiyana, which is belly flies up. The hand position will either be chest opener, behind the back, or on the sides of the body, depending on how open your shoulders are today. Fingertips are on the floor. The palms are lifted in a tent. In Kapalabhati, the breath pulls, the belly pulls back to spine with every exhalation through the nose. I'll cue Uddiyana when we get there. Bring the hands behind you. And if during Kapalabhati you feel you're not doing it right, just stop and come back to the practice. Push down to the fingertips. Take a partial breath in. And then begin. Short bursts of air through the nose. Belly pulls back to spine. Choose the pace that's correct for you. If my pace is too fast, slow yours down. And keep anchored in the feet, pushing them together. $20 more. Let that go. Take a deep breath in and hold it. Keep holding the breath. Bring the hands in front of you with the fingertips pointed towards the shins, palms lifted. Exhale out. Through the mouth. Keep the breath out. Pull low belly back to spine. Tuck the chin. Relax the belly muscles forward and breathe in. Hold the breath. Push the feet. Exhale through the mouth. Keep the breath out. Pull low belly back to spine, tuck chin. Let belly muscles go. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Keep breath out. Push feet together. Pull belly back to spine. Let belly muscles go. Release the hands and inhale to sit up. And come into a seated side bend, one leg straight. Extend the right leg long. And bring the sole of the left foot to the inner thigh, or if it's okay on your knee, bend the knee and draw the heel to the buttock in a hurdler's position. If this is your leg position, grab onto the ankle with left hand. Inhale, right hand out to the side, palm down. Press the palm. If your foot's to your inner thigh, reach the left arm out. And relax your neck. Over to the right. Spread the toes on both feet. And expand the breath through the low, mid, and upper back. Second arm position. Take the left arm and place it behind the back. Grab the waistband of the pants, or if you can reach around, grab right thigh. Go for it. And wherever your hand is on your back, breathe into that location. Warm it, attend to it. Reach out with both legs, keeping the feet active, toes spread. Third arm position. Unwind the arm from the back. Reach it straight out on a diagonal. Feel for the left hand reaching and the right palm pressing. This might be enough for you. If it's too much, though, bend the elbow and place the hand on the shoulder. And in either position, you can lower the arm a bit and then reach it behind the line of the shoulder. And depending on your shoulder health. Find the position that allows you to maintain that steady breath through the low, mid, and upper back. Come out of the pose, lower the arm, reach with that left arm to pick up the torso. Use right hand to pick up the head. Bend the right knee, bring the leg into the body, and then gently unwind the left knee. Switching sides. Extend the left arm out and either bend the right knee, heel next to the hip, or work with the foot to inner thigh. The foot to inner thigh, reach right arm out to the side, left palm pushes into forward. If the knee is bent, grab the ankle with right hand. And relax the neck to the left. You can open the mouth slightly too. Relax the face and the jaw a little more. Maybe even wet the lips and glide them from side to side, across one another. Continue to let go in the neck even more. And press down to the pelvis to support that. Second arm position. Reach the right arm out and then bring it behind the back to grab your pants or maybe the left thigh. Using the arm around the back to encourage you to keep breathing and opening the back body. softening the edges. Any sticky pockets in the body where there's resistance, there's darkness, there's just stickiness. Third arm position, unwind the arm from the back, reach it out to the side, palm forward. Bend the elbow and place the hand on the shoulder if you need to, or remain extended. Maybe let the arm drift past the line of the shoulder. Use these opening poses to strengthen the way the breath fills up the shape of your body. Supports your spine, your muscles, your bones, your mental state. To come out of the pose, lower the arm and reach with that right arm. Use left hand to pick up head. Come on to the back, let's do some abdominals. Bend the left knee to bring yourself into a more compact position. And you can use this rolled up prop that we discussed at the beginning of class, or before class started. Take that prop, and I've actually got a rolled up mat I like to use, and place it between the thighs. So right on the pubic bone, right on the pubic bone, at the topmost of the inner thigh. Feet on the floor. Activate the feet, spread the toes, and push the heels into the floor. Squeeze the prop. You could use your block for this, by the by. All right? Interlace hands at the base of the skull and point elbows straight up to the ceiling. Spread the toes a little more. And take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Curl the tailbone up to get the back flat on the floor. Squeeze the prop. Exhale, lift the shoulders up, give the prop another squeeze and pull the belly down. Push the feet against the floor. Inhale, lay shoulder down. Hold the breath. Curl the tailbone up, squeeze your prop. Back flat. Exhale, lift the shoulders up. Give the prop another squeeze and pull the low belly down. Push your feet down. Inhale, lay shoulders down. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up, squeeze the prop. Exhale, lift the shoulders up. Give the prop another squeeze, pull the belly down. Give the tailbone another tug. Back gets a little more flat. Inhale, lay shoulders down. Hold the breath, curl, tailbone up, squeeze the prop. Exhale, lift shoulders up. Give the prop another squeeze. Curl the tailbone up again, pull the low belly down. Push the feet down. Inhale, lay shoulders down. Last one, hold the breath, curl tailbone up, squeeze the prop. Exhale, lift the shoulders up. Pull the belly down, give the prop another squeeze, tailbone another tuck, belly pulls down again and push the feet against the floor. Inhale, lay the shoulders down. Remove the prop and watch me first. The next move is a variation on what we did. In this variation, one leg moves to the ceiling. And there's an inward rotation I'll have you do with the thigh bone. I'll have you place your hands on the thighs, only for a little guidance, but the action should be happening in the leg itself. Okay? Interlace hands at the base of the skull. Point elbows straight up to ceiling. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, lift the shoulders up, send the right leg to the ceiling. Take hands onto thigh. Pause, breathe in. Exhale, inwardly rotate the thigh bone. Feel it rotating in the hip socket. Hip pushes forward, heel reaches up. Inhale, come back to center, lower shoulders. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up, get the back flat. Exhale, lift the shoulders up, send the left leg to the ceiling. Hands on thigh. Take a pause. Breathe into low back. Let go in the neck. Exhale, inwardly rotate the thigh bone. Pushing the left hip forward and the left heel up. Belly pulls down. Inhale, lower the shoulders. We'll do one more. Hold the breath. Curl the tailbone up, interlace hands behind the head if they aren't already there. Exhale, lift the shoulders, lift right leg up, hands on thigh. Inwardly rotate the thigh. Right hip pulls forward. Pull the belly down. And reach the heel up as you're twisting, twisting, twisting. Inhale, lower the foot, lower the shoulders, interlace hands behind head. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, the shoulders up, take hands onto left thigh, left leg reaches to ceiling. Pause, breathe here. Tuck the tailbone again. Exhale, inward rotation of thigh. Feeling that rotation of the thigh bone. The hands are just there for a light guidance. Inhale, lower the foot, lower the shoulders. Take your prop again and place it between your legs, right on the pubic bone, for bridge pose. Anchor the heels on the floor, turn palms to ceiling, arms lengthened at both sides. Push the heels against the floor and breathe into the length that creates in the low back. Squeeze the prop. Take another breath in if you need to. And then exhale, push into the floor to lift hips up. Find that inward rotation of the thighs. A light hug on that prop. Feel for lengthening the calf muscles into the floor. Heels push down. Toes spread. Take hands onto hips with elbows on the floor, bent at 90 degrees. With every exhalation, use the hands to push the pelvis away from the shoulders and squeeze the prop. Then push the heels into the floor. Another deep breath into the low back, mid back, upper back. Exhale, squeeze the prop. Tuck the tailbone and use the hands to guide the pelvis away from the ribs. Opening space in the back. Breathe into that space. And then exhale, release. Pushing the heels down and tucking and tucking and tucking the tailbone to come down without the shoulders. Release the prop out to the side. Coming into final abdominal, frog lifting through. So pick the knees up, bent at 90 degrees over the pelvis, and widen out to the knees, keeping that 90-degree bend. Flex the toes and point them out to the sides like a frog. Interlace hands at the base of the skull, point elbows straight to ceiling, and let go of the neck. Use your hands to cradle your head. Inhale, lift up in the shoulders. Exhale, curl the pubic bone to the navel, pull the belly down and push the buttocks forward. Reach out through the heels, knees stay bent. Stay up in the shoulders if you can and breathe wide through the upper back. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up, pull the belly down, lengthen the buttocks forward. Spread your toes. Now breathe into upper back. Exhale, pull the belly down to get the low back flat. Push out through the legs, through the hamstrings, the calves, the heels. Knees stay back. 2 more like that. Breathe wide through the ribcage. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up, pull the belly down, push out through the heels, and flatten the back even more, pulling the belly down. Breathe into low back. Exhale, curl the pubic bone up, pull the belly down, push through the feet and the heels. Buttocks get very long. Inhale, lay shoulders down. Take hands to the legs and close them like a book. Feet to the floor. Roll over to your side. Push hands into floor to come up, keeping the neck relaxed. And use one hand to pick up the back. Coming into dolphin pose. Support the knees if you need to with a blanket, not the one that you made to create your prop. A different one, or pillows. Or not at all, you might be on a cushion. Come on to hands and knees with hands under shoulders. And then come down to the forearms with the elbows under the shoulders. Curl the toes under. And feel for the forearms pushing into the floor and the toes pushing into the floor. Pushing back and away. This might be enough for you in dolphin. Otherwise, swivel the hands to grab upper arms and swivel the hands forward to interlace the fingers. Neck relaxed. Push the toes firmly into the ground and take a deep breath into low, mid, upper back. Exhale, push the toes into the floor, forearms down, maybe straighten the legs. Lifting hips. Go in the neck even more. Let it get very long. Take a deep breath into the low, mid, upper back. Lowering the heels towards the floor. Elbows into the floor. Expand the breath through the upper back, particularly. Exhale, push the forearms down, pull the belly in, and lengthen through the legs a little bit more. Hold this shape and breathe in. And exhale, lower the knees down. Bring the hands back under shoulders and come to embryo pose. Turn to the tops of the toes, hips over heels, arms to your sides. If the floor is too far away to rest your forehead, use a block or some prop so the forehead can find a simple, easy resting place. Breathe into the low, mid, and upper back. Take one hand onto the low back. And deepen the breath there. What can you soften? Remove that hand and switch arms. Letting the opposite side of the body receive. Strengthen and lengthen the breath. Take one final breath in. You can bring your arms forward. Exhale out as you're ready. And then inhale, push into the shins to come up to a kneeling position. And all the way up to a standing position. Take your block. And there's a couple of ways you can do this pranayama practice. It's a very strong one. So you may wish for the support of a wall. Or you can simply work in chair in space without the support of a wall, but using a block in either way. So there's a couple of ways to do this. You can either come into chair, hips pushed way back, tailbone tucked, so you're very straight. Or work in a wall. Put the hips against the wall, walk between the calves, and using the wall to keep the back very straight and the thighs as close to parallel as possible with the floor. That's a stronger move. An even stronger move is to come into a horse stance. Feet are in a straddle position, toes forward, coming into a deep squat, tucking tailbone so the torso remains upright. We'll do 3 rounds of a breath practice called Agnisara. Watch me first, and I'm gonna lift my shirt so you see what's happening at the belly. It looks like this. I'm going to do it in the horse stance, but it can be done in all 3. We're going to also have the option of lifting the arms and pushing the hands up. All right, so watch me first. It's a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Forceful exhale out. Breath stays out. And then you relax the belly muscles and just pull them back and forth. So you're massaging the low back. All right? We'll do that together, 3 rounds. So find a position that you can work in all 3 rounds, or find 3 different positions. That's fine too. Either chair in space, block between your calves, working against the wall in chair, or you can even work this horse stance, by the way, with your back against the wall, toes forward. All right, so that's also a move. I think I actually might work here. This feels like a supportive move for me today. All right, so take your hands either onto the thighs for traction or reach them way up, depending on, again, what's the most supportive move for you. Take a deep breath in when you're ready. Hold the breath. Push down through the legs, no matter what you're doing. Squeeze your block if you're using it, and then exhale out. Keep the breath out. Soften the belly muscles so you can get them moving. Push down through the legs more. That way you're using your hamstrings and not your knees. Let go in the belly. We'll do 2 more rounds. Deep breath in. Hold the breath. Exhale out. Really push through the heels and spread the toes. Relax, take one more breath in. Change your leg position if you need to. Hold the breath. Exhale out. And then release. If you're using the wall for support, you can also use it to help you stand up. Heel toe your feet together and come back to your mat if you've worked off it. And then come back to a straddle. Interlace hands behind the back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Curl the tailbone slightly forward so you lengthen the low back. That might mean you don't come as far forward. But as you breathe in, you may feel for a lengthening. That doesn't always happen if you just go straight into a forward bend without that tailbone tuck. One more deep breath into the low, mid, upper back. And exhale through all three of those spaces, pushing down to the feet. And then inhale. Hands on hips. Come up and heel toe the feet together to protect the knees. Let's come into a B series with 3 pose vignettes. Make sure you have your props, either something to support the knees, and then definitely your blocks, your rolled up prop that you made, and your strap. Come into standing position at the top of the mat. Feet together or apart for more support. Bring hands to heart center. Push the heels down and press the palms lightly. Deep breath in. Exhale. Tuck the tail to lengthen the back. Shoulders become soft. Inhale, sit back in the chair pose. Lift and spread the toes and anchor the heels firmly down. Another deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, pull the belly in and scoop the chest forward. Hips press back. Pause, breathe in here, opening up the back. Then exhale, fold. Step back to a plank position. Engage in the palms, engage in the feet. Engage in the backs of the legs and breathe in. Lower down to the knees. Draw the shoulder heads back and lower all the way to the floor. Lengthen the legs and point toes back. Low cobra, inhale, curl the pubic bone against the floor to come up in the chest and lengthen the chest. Lengthen the legs. Shoulders soft. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower down. Push up, downward facing dog or tabletop position. Tabletop to dog also. Warrior 2 feet. Inhale, step the left foot forward, pivot the right heel down, come up, arms relaxed at your sides. Keep the arms hanging and relaxed. Push down the legs. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath, draw the shoulders up, draw them way back. Exhale, shoulder shrugs, drag down around the top of the spine. Breathe into the upper back. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together on the back. And drag them down. Bring the arms to the ribs, elbows bent, palms up. Glue the arms to the body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, squeeze the arms against the body. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Drag them down. Relax the arms. Take another deep breath in. Reach the arms out to the sides. And then exhale. Turn the palms back and tuck the chin. Inhale, open through the chest, look up. Exhale, tuck the chin. Inhale, turn the palms up, look up. And then on exhale, come back to center. Bring the right hand behind the back. I'm going to turn around so you see the placement. Palm on the sacrum, left arm reaches forward. Variation on reverse warrior. Take a deep breath where the right hand touches the body. Exhale, use the hand to lengthen the tailbone to the floor. Relax the neck, the back foot. Inhale, breathe into the low back. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. Let go of the neck even more. Breathe into the low back. Exhale, use the hand to glide the tailbone down, feet push down. Relax the neck. Inhale, use the left arm to pull up out of the toes, and then bring left forearm to thigh, palm up. Extended warrior with chest opener. Inhale, reach right arm up. Reach it down and back, and then maybe past the line of the shoulder. Let go in the neck and stretch out the buttocks, the hamstrings, the calves, and the heels, feet. Push into the ground. Legs strong. Draw breath in through the low, mid, upper back. Inhale. Reach with that back arm to lift the torso. Bring both hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Inhale. Come down to the knees and lower all the way to the floor. Cobra pose. Lengthen back the legs. Curl the pubic bone into the floor. Inhale, lengthen chest forward to lift. Shoulder heads back. Palms push. Deep breath in. Then exhale, lower down. Downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward, feet of warrior two. Shoulder shrugs, let the arms relax to the sides. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath, draw the shoulders up to the ears. Draw them back, and then exhale, squeeze around the top of the spine and drag down. Breathe into upper back. Exhale, squeeze the middle shoulder blades together and drag them down. Push the feet into the floor. Breathe into the upper back. Bring the arms to the sides, palms up. Exhale, squeeze the arms against the ribs. Draw the shoulder blades down. Pull the belly in. Reach arms out to the sides. Inhale. Exhale. Turn the palms up, tuck the chin. Roll the arm bones. Inhale, go the other way. Open up through the chest. Look up. Exhale, tuck the chin. Roll the upper arm bones. Inhale, open up through the chest. And then exhale, bring the left arm behind the back. Same move as before. Keep right arm reaching forward and relax the neck towards the back foot. Stretch the breath through the low, mid, upper back. Strengthen the push of both heels into the floor. Use the left hand to lengthen the tailbone down. Breathe into the space. Extended warrior. Bring the right forearm onto the thigh, palm up. Take left arm to the ceiling, inhale. With chest opener variation, lower the left arm and then let the arm drift past the line of the shoulder. Again, you can bend the elbow. Hand on shoulder if you need to. Let go in the neck, open the mouth, and soften the jaw. Spread the toes. Anchor to the heels. Take a deeper breath in. And then release. Come down to the knees. Grab the rolled up prop that you've preserved and place it before you on the floor. I did that little demo before class started, and so now's the time. Take a block and place it between your ankles. When you come onto the roll, make sure it's in the soft part of the belly, below the rib cage. It can be like on your hip points and close to your pubic bone, but just make sure it's in the soft part of the belly. For low cobra, lower over the roll, hands under shoulders. Straighten the legs behind you and squeeze the block. Curl the pubic bone again around the roll. That might be enough for you, right? If you have further to go, squeeze the block a little more. Inhale, lift chest. Stay lifted. Exhale, curl the pubic bone around the roll, squeeze the block and lengthen the chest forward, maybe lift a little higher. But go for length rather than lift. Curl pubic bone to engage and open the low back more. And squeeze the block a little more. Final breath in. Exhale, curl the pubic bone around the roll, lengthen the chest, and lower down. Let the belly soften around the roll. And bring the four hands palm on top of one another. Rest the forehead on the palms. Let the belly envelop the roll. Legs can relax. Take a deep breath into the low back. Mid back. Upper back. And then bring the palms under the shoulders, lift off the roll, move it to the side. Move your block. Inhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, warrior one, step the left foot forward. Push back through the right heel to come up, arms at the sides. Bend the front knee, find parallel with thigh, and bring hands onto hips or again, to the low back area. Fingertips can point up or down. A deep breath where your hands are touching your body. And with every exhale, use the hands to create that heaviness in the pelvis. Strengthen the legs. And push them into the support of the earth. Reach the legs into the ground. And take a deep breath that lengthens the crown up. Spine long. Inhale, release. If you're on a hard floor, use some padding under the right knee. Bring right knee to floor. For lunge with variations, you can grab your block and place it on the outside of the left foot. Let the hips relax forward, and this might be enough for you with the toes curled under, pushing against the floor. If you have further to go and your knee allows it, bring the right heel in, knee bend. And reach back with right hand to the outer or inner ankle. The inner grab is a little more on the shoulders. Left forearm can come on thigh palm up. With every exhalation, draw the heel towards the buttock, tailbone towards the floor. Left foot is very strong. You might even grab the top of the foot, bringing the heel very close. Right elbow points straight back. Sink the hips, and lengthen the tailbone. Tall in the chest for one final breath in. And then release. Release the clasp on the ankle and then let the leg lower down. Grab your other block so they're under both hands for arrow lunge. Lengthen the back leg a little longer and point the toes. Push the toenails against the floor and spread the toes. Tailbone reaches to floor. Shoulders soft. Push the left heel into the floor. And this may be your move. Otherwise, push really strongly through both feet and straighten the back leg, lifting the knee. Curl the tailbone forward. If you have further to go, you can bring your hands to your hips or reach both arms to the ceiling, interlace the palms, and flip them. Take 2 breaths in whatever shape you've taken, but make them full and deep. The low, mid, upper back. Wash it through those spaces. Strengthen the push of the legs. And then release the arms, lower the back knee. Ooh, that's a big move. And then come into a kneeling position. Keep one of your blocks. Place your rolled up prop in front of you. Take the block between the ankles. Again, come into that low cobra position with the roll in the soft part of the belly. Let the belly envelop the roll. Hands under shoulders. Squeeze the block between ankles. This time, inhale, balloon your belly forward into the roll and squeeze the block. Exhale, curl the pubic bone around the roll and lower down. Squeeze the block again. Inhale, balloon the belly forward. That'll give you some lift. Exhale, curl the pubic bone around the roll, squeeze the block, lower the chest. Inhale, balloon the belly forward. Squeeze the block. Exhale, lengthen the chest, curl the pubic bone and lower down. Relax over the roll for a moment. Let hands come under forehead. Soften shoulders. Just let the roll in. And then place both hands under shoulders, come on to hands and knees. You press up to downward facing dog or simply move to the other side. Inhale, step right foot forward, feet of warrior one. Push to the feet to come up, hands on hips. It can be on the low back with the fingers down or up. Warrior one, supported back bend. Feel the breath stretching through the sides of the waist, the low waist. Push down through active feet, rooting the shape in the ground. And then draw the breath up through the legs, through the low back, mid back, upper back. And release. Lower the right knee for the lunges. So pad the knee if you need to, bringing the left knee to the floor. Bring the right foot a little bit forward and lengthen the left leg a little longer for the arrow lunge. Actually, lunge. Actually, no, arrow lunge. All right. But get your blocks. Get your blocks because you'll need them. Bring the blocks alongside the front foot. Curl the pubic bone forward and lengthen the back leg. Push through the right heel. This might be enough. Keep curling the pubic bone to lengthen and open the low back. Pushing strongly through both feet. Breathing deeply. Maybe lifting the back knee. Hands can stay on lock, bring them to the thigh or reach up, interlacing the fingers, palms up. 2 more breaths. Find ease in whatever you're doing. Use the breath as your anchor. The feet. And then lower the hands, then the back knee. Lunge, bringing the back heel in. Sink deeply into the front hip. Heel pushes. Bend left knee and reach back to grab ankle. Outer or inner, or maybe the top of the foot. Fingertips will point towards floor. Elbow point straight back. Tuck the tailbone to the floor. And breathe deeply through the tailbone, the low back area. Relax your face, relax your shoulders. Strengthen your engagement in your legs. And release. All right, let's do that move with the roll again. Block between ankles and pushing the belly forward in the roll. I'd like you to be able to get that move. So place the roll before you. Lower over the roll. Once you're lowered, squeeze the block, hands under shoulders. Inhale, balloon the belly forward into the roll. Exhale, curl the pubic bone around the roll, lengthen the chest, and lower down. Squeeze the block. Keep the curl of the pubic bone. Inhale, balloon the belly forward. Lifting up. Exhale, lengthen the chest, curl the pubic bone, squeeze the block. Inhale, balloon the belly forward, lift chest. Exhale, curl the pubic bone, lengthen the chest, squeeze the block, and lay down. Hands under shoulders. Soften around the prop. Hands under shoulders, inhale to come up. Final vignette. Warrior one, you can come into it through your downward facing dog or simply step forward. Step the left foot forward. For a variation on supported back bend, take the left hand behind the back and you can kind of hook it on the crest of the right hip. Reach right arm straight up. Keep the front knee bent and thigh parallel with the ground. And with every exhale, use the press of the forearm to lengthen the low back and tuck the tail. Right arm reaches up. Breathe into low, mid to upper back. And release. Lunge, grabbing the back ankle with both hands. Bend the knee and protect the knee by flipping the mat. Again, you can use a block to the outside of your front foot. Sink the hips and bend the back knee. Reach back with right hand to grab the inner or outer ankle with one hand or maybe two hands. Push the ankle into the hands. Curl the tailbone forward. Breathe into the low, mid, upper back. And release. Grab your strap or whatever you're using as a strap today. Belts and scarves are always useful. They're not just for winter anymore. Take the strap around your ankle. Take the strap in the right hand. And this might be your move. Left hand on the block. Right elbow reaching forward and up. Right ankle pushing back. You can bring the left hand to the thigh. Sink the hips a little lower. Pushing the ankle back a little more. Maybe reaching back, both hands on the strap. Strengthening and lengthening the breath. Curling the tailbone forward and lengthening the low back. Opening. Creating space. Release the hands and bend the foot. And then come on to hands and knees. For bow, one arm, one leg. Lower over the roll. And then slide the left hand a bit forward of the shoulder. Both legs reach strongly back, toes pointing. Bend the right knee and reach back to grab the inner or outer ankle. Again, the inner grab is a little more on the shoulder. So grab the outer if that's a better move. Let the gaze be forward on the mat. Kick the right ankle into the arm. Reach strongly back through left toes too. Both legs are working. Curl the pubic bone around the prop. And take another deep breath in. And exhale, release the grab. Hands to floor. Then lower the leg. Push up to downward facing dog. Remove your prop. Warrior one, inhale, step the right foot forward. Push back through the back heel to come up. Right hand comes behind the back, that variation on the back bend. And you can kind of hook the hand on the hip. Forearm pushes on low back. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Strengthen the legs. Soften everything about your upper body, the chest, the face, the shoulders, even the arms. Use your legs to push down, support the ease around the heart space, the mid and upper back. And release. Lower the arms. Lunge, grabbing the back ankle. Lower the back knee to the floor. Use a block if you need to. Place it outside your front foot. Sink into the front hip. Activate that foot. Press the heel. Bend left knee and reach back to grab it with left hand. Right hand can stay on the block or bring it to the thigh. Sink the hips. Curl the tailbone. Maybe reach back and grab with both ankles, with both hands on the ankle. Curl the pubic bone forward. And spread the breath through the whole back, the waist, right up into the armpits. Feel the torso. Get very full. Use the legs to strengthen and open to find the ease. Lunge back bend with a strap. Let the grab on the ankle go and let the leg lower. Grab your strap. Place it around the left ankle. And then take the strap in the left hand. Come back into the lunge shape. With the left elbow up, strap in the hand. Right hand can be on the block or on the front thigh. Feel the ankle kicking into the strap and the left elbow moving forward and up. Push more into the right foot and that left ankle. Maybe grabbing the strap with both hands. Both elbows moving forward and up. If there's any congestion in the low back, curl the pubic bone forward, tailbone lengthens down. Strengthen the connection to the ground for the right leg. Deepen the breath. Then release the hands around the strap. Let the left foot lower. And then go. One arm, one leg. Bring your roll in front of you. Lower onto the roll with the belly, enveloping the roll. This time, bring the right hand forward and lift. Curl the pubic bone forward and bend the left knee. This might be where you stay. Working your bow here. Reaching back with the left ankle and the right toes. Both legs are active. Curl pubic bone around the roll. If you have the reach, grab the inner or outer ankle with the left hand. Left knee is bent if it isn't already. Feel for moving that left ankle into the hand. Moving the left side of the chest forward and then up. Curl pubic bone around the roll. And then let the ankle go with the hand. Let the left leg lower and bring both hands under the forehead. Let the belly relax over the roll. With every exhale, curl the pubic bone around the roll. And soften the shoulders. Come on to hands and knees. And come on to the back. The tendency is to want to do a flexion or an embryo or fetus pose after, but don't do that after back bending. Twisting or doing an abdominal is a better move and a more healing move for that area. So we'll do a spinal twist and then I'll guide you into Shavasana. Come on to the back with the knees over the chest, then slightly forward. Inhale, lower the knees over to the left and keep both hands on the top hip. Activate the feet, spread the toes. Take the right hand and place it on the low back. Take a deep breath there. And exhale, use your hand to lengthen the back. And open up the sacrum and low back area. Spread the feet. Toes wide. Take another deep breath into the low back, mid back, upper back. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. Use the hand to press the back long. And final breath in. And then exhale, tuck the tail. Use the hand for light guidance. Use the left hand to lengthen the right side of the waist. Release. Let's come to the other side. Pick up the right leg and bring both legs over to the right side. Knees stacked. Activate the feet. Spread toes. Take both hands onto the top hip. Then let the left hand come behind the back. Right hand will stay on the left hip. Deep breath in. Exhale, use left hand to tuck the tailbone. Right hand presses left hip. Breathe into that space. Inhale. Exhale, use the hand to tuck the tail. Right hand to push the hip. Final breath in. And exhale, tuck the tail. Lengthen the legs. And then release. Inhale, come onto your back. You can stay with the feet on the floor, knees bent. Low back supported. Making any adjustments to lengthen the back. Arms in T position. Or you can take your props and place them underneath the backs of your thighs and your knees for an additional low back lengthener. I would even place a pillow or something under your head so the back of the neck also stays long. Do you guys have any questions or comments or anything that you'd like to share with me? Please do. You can pass them through Sine or through Kieran. And yeah, just let us know anything you need in terms of classes. Any guidance is always welcome. We're here to support you. Enjoy your Shavasana. Set a timer if you need to. It's been my pleasure serving you. Namaste.